All right, we are in summer and the dashboard temp there really hot. So how do you keep your AC running okay? I've got some tips for you. Look at that, 107 or more inside the car. Now they say that the ambient temperature outside your AC should be blowing about 20 degrees cooler. So it's not that it should be at a specific point. You can see I got my meat thermometer in the vent here. It is about 95 degrees outside and it is cooling to about 74. And of course, the more I drive, the more I have my foot on the gas, I think the more efficient the AC runs as opposed to it being in idle, at least on this car. Keep in mind, I am no pro at all, so anything you hear, anything I say in this video, take that with a grain of salt. This is what works for me and my general observations. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, do lots of DIY home projects and home solutions. Or I should say DIY solutions. Also product recommendations, things like that. So welcome and subscribe if you're interested in regular videos that will help make your space kind of a better place. That's the idea. So home projects, things like that. You can search my channel for other videos if you are interested. But let's move along here. You can see I've got that meat thermometer in there just to kind of get an idea of my AC. As I brake or as I go into idle, of course, the AC doesn't run as efficiently or as smoothly. So, for example, if you're dropping somebody off and you have to wait outside and it's hotter than heck out there, instead of staying parked, you might consider just driving around a little bit, right? That would be one tip that I have. By the way, I usually keep my AC setting. The coldest it gets on the dash says 65. I usually keep it at 66 or 67. That's more for the longevity of the AC. I don't like giving anything, making it run on max. It's more psychological. I'm sure it has no effect, but I kind of keep mine 1 degree warmer than its coolest setting, and or maybe 2, and thinking that that might help. Now, let's get on to some more practical tips. You know, if you're parking your car and it's not rainy, make sure you keep your windows cracked. If you have a sunroof, crack that a little bit as well. It's amazing the ambient temperature. When it's sealed up, it can get so hot in there, you know, 110, 120, maybe 150 degrees. I mean, who knows? We've all felt that, right? Crack your windows a little bit, and you're going to notice a huge difference when it comes time to get back in your car, and your AC won't have to work as hard. Next tip, roll down your windows the first couple of minutes, blow all that hot air out. If you are indeed in a very hot car, if you just walked out, and just give it some gas and let it blow out some of that hot air out of your car, right? Get going 40 miles an hour or more, and then seal everything up and turn on your AC. That'll help. Park in shade if you've got a garage option. If you don't, you can use these sunshades, and I'll put links down below for anything that you see in this video. These are pretty old, but they serve the purpose, right? Black side facing you, silver side out. It helps create some reflection and helps keep your car cooler if it is parked outside under the sun. So when you get back in, again, your AC has to work less hard to overcome that really high internal temperature. And one of the most important tips, well, I don't know about that. It's kind of a combination of everything. Keeping your cabin air filter clean. In my particular vehicle, you can see the glove box kind of snaps. You pull it down and then you snap these plastic pieces on the back, and your glove box actually comes out. And behind there, and you know, check your owner's manual for how to do this, or Google the make and model in your car. But the cabin air filter is what you're looking for here. And you can see this is kind of an older one, but all the pins have snapped off. But you can kind of squeeze it and pull it out. And look at this. If your AC is not running well, there might be a problem with getting nice clean air to the system, right? And so this one, you can see it's got lots of debris. It's kind of cruddy and whatnot. So we're going to clean that out, or we're just going to get a new one, right? The idea is that you replace this every so often, and the dealership will charge you, or the repair place will charge you an arm and a leg, I think, for this. But this is an easy do-it-yourself job. You can buy your new filters online for pretty cheap. Just make sure it's reinserted in the correct way. So keep in mind the orientation as you pull it out, because chances are that's the way you're going to put it back in, right? And it just slides back in like that. And again, that helps to keep your AC running cool. And then you'll put that glove box back in. You kind of clip on there you go. Clip those on and then kind of push it back. And that is it. Those are my tips if you are struggling with warm air, hot air, and want to keep your AC running a little better. Thanks so much.